Parampara. He tells Arjuna that originally, as I spoke to the sun god, something, which Guru Maharaj says was actually karma yoga. But anyway, so in the course of time, what I gave, the purity of that, it is gone down. Like he tells Uddhava, Parampar Jena Prakriti Vaichitra. Brahma, when he instructed his sons and disciples according to their individual temperament or mentality, it underwent some modification. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in the Bhagavad that, how do you say, the truth is merely perceived in all its purity, but in the course of time, it can become so modified or adulterated that it's converted into misconception or error. So, the point being, Krishna is saying, Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. So factoring this in, then srijamyaham, for correction, I come myself or I send my representative, Sri Guru. So I found this especially appealing when I began my study of Bhagavad Gita under the guidance of Guru and Vaishnava, because unlike other theistic systems where they sometimes try to promote the idea that this is just the truth and nothing will ever go wrong, here it was being factored in that according to individual temperament, a truth can undergo modification, so much so it can become untruth in time. So then what? Krishna says, Tadatmanam srijamyaham. When that time comes, when it's so far removed from what it's meant to be, I either come personally, and there's innumerable avatars and incarnations, also Shaktivesh avatar, or he empowers someone. His representative. So, Srila Guru Maharaj writes in the Bhaktivinoda Virahadasakam, I say, Dharmas charma, yato yateva satata, yogas chabhogatmako. After Mahaprabhu came, descended in this world, and established the Rupa Nuga line, in the course of time, it also became modified, adulterated, and became something that had lost its dignity and regard of the people in general. Only few pure Vaishnavas were extant and not very accessible. The Gaur Kishore Das Babajis of the world, the Jagannath Das Babajis of the world. I mean, before that, there was Narottam Thakur, Vishwanath Chakrabarti, but just a few. And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he did a course correction for the Sampradaya. Right? As Totaram Babaji identified 13 Sahajiya Sampradayas, and his analysis was accepted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur re-established the pure Rupa Nuga line. We hear in Guru Maharaj's poem, the gifts of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Guru Dam, Grantadam, Gaura Dam, Adam, Namadam, Muda, Bhakti Dam, Buddhidam, Bande, Bhakti Vinodadam, Sada. He revealed the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, the cartography and divine glories of Navadip Dham. He gave Krishna Bhakti in its highest expression, Radha Dasyam, the holy name of Krishna. All the books, Grantadam gave all of our books, songs. And what else? Lastly, he gave us Guru in the form of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur to distribute the wealth. There's nothing comparable to the wealth of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as Guru Maharaj writes, again, Bhaktivinoda Virahadasakam, Sri Radha Padasevanamritam Aho Tadaktumisho Bhavan, where he identifies the gift of Bhaktivinoda Thakur to the world. But you need the giver, someone to distribute. And sometimes Srila Gurudev would say, attracted to the wealth and the melted heart of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur descended into this world to distribute that wealth. And by his grace, primarily expressed through Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, all people in the Western world have come in connection with the Krishna consciousness movement. Sometimes Gurudev would say about Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, we're still taking his prasad. And what he started so long ago, everyone's still benefiting from that, coming in connection with the Krishna consciousness movement. And that Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it is he who predicted that soon the time will come when not only a handful within Bengal, but the whole world, the intelligentsia of the world, Janjantihi Sumedasa, those who are Sukritivan, possessed of refined theistic intelligence, they will perceive this extraordinary opportunity before them, the wealth in the form of the Krishna consciousness movement. So he predicted that that would happen. Srila Saraswati Thakur began the Gaudiya Math because he saw that out of all the teachings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if you had to summarize what was essential, it was sadhu sangha, to get the association and service of Vaishnavas. So he started an association, a spiritual institution of the name Gaudiya Math, wherein one by one he converted 500 men to act as transmitters of his Krishna conception, Sri Sri Guru Gauranga, Gandharvika Giridhari. So that gave everyone the opportunity to get the association needed to have a substantial connection with Krishna consciousness. And he also gave the order to take Krishna consciousness to the Western world. He told this to many, but Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he made that his heart and soul. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. It says, reading Vishwanath in this section of Bhagavad Gita, he realized, my sole purpose for living is the service, the order of Sri Guru. Similar echo in the Bilapakusamanjali of Raghunath Das Goswami, Ashavare Amrita Sindhu Mayi Katanchit. This aspiration, prane, brajena chaboro, like saying, what is my life without the possibility of serving you? So he took that to heart, and the rest is history. He crossed the ocean on the Jaladuta, carrying India's ultimate message of peace and goodwill, landed in America, began the Krishna consciousness movement, and from there it spread all over the world, including back to India. that was Prabhupada's idea, that the Indians who were enamored by Western civilization, Saraswati Thakur would say, Western civilization, crush it. Because he knows the Indians, they're too much charmed by the West and Western ways. So Srila Prabhupada Swami Maharaj, he thought, if we have the Westerners come and preach in India, then the Indians will take note. And they would. And we know to this day, when they see, for lack of a better word, white people come and preach about Krishna consciousness, they're like, oh. As Guru Maharaj's relative told Achyutananda, he's saying, you've come from so far. He came from New York, and he's saying, you have such appreciation for this, and we who are born here lack such appreciation. How is it possible? And Achyutananda was trained by Guru Maharaj. He said, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. It's not a question of GPS or your location, whether New York or New Delhi, but Bhagyavan Jeev, it requires some good fortune. Prasada Leshanu Grihita Evahi, as Gopinath told Sarvabhauma, as Brahma himself conceded. It requires some mercy, some good fortune. We're told it's by inconceivable good fortune, the Bhagyavan Jeevs, fortunate souls, they come in connection with the lotus feet of Sri Guru. So, Srila Prabhupada Swami Maharaj always presented himself as a humble servitor of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Saraswati Thakur. And would say, by the grace of Guru and Vaishnava, whatever position I've got, and by the grace of the blessings of Guru and Vaishnava, if there's any success, it's all due to them. This is the proper way to be saved from pratishta, self-promotion, self-assertion. Kana kamini pratishta. Kana, what did he say? Kamini pratishta bhagini. Saraswati Thakur compares it to a witch, and even worse, saying this is the enemy, because there's no greater name and fame than being known as a devotee of Krishna, a lover of Krishna. There's no higher position, no greater name and fame. So to check that sort of ego, they're offering everything up, as an offering to the lotus feet of their Guru. So Srila Guru Maharaj founded Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. As we know, the conceptual architecture is encapsulated in the Mat's pranam. Sri Gauranubhatam Rupa Viditam Rupa Grajanadritam Rupadye Pariveshitam Raghuganay Ashwaditam Sevitam Jivadye Abhirakshitam Sukha Shiva Brahma Samanitam Sri Radha Padasevanamritam Aho Tadatu Misho Bhavan. Saying, why did Mahaprabhu descend in this world? Really, truly, that is only known fully by Swarup Damodar, Lalita Saki. Only he, she is privileged to fully understand Krishna's heart. Here, Radha Bhava Duti Subalita, enveloped by the heart and halo of Srimati Radharani. So he's Channa avatar, hidden. Why hidden? Hidden beneath the heart and halo of Radharani. So can't see that it's Krishna. So much enveloped, not overtly, not easily seen as Krishna. Anta Krishna Bahir Gauram, Darshitang Garibhaivavam. Jiva Goswami says, Anta Krishna, internally Krishna, Bahir Gauram, but because Krishna means blackish also. But externally, Gaura, the golden avatar, the golden Lord. Right? So Swarup Damodar knows that fully, Guru Maharaj tells. Also, Kaviraj Goswami says the same thing. If anyone knows anything substantial about Mahaprabhu, especially his ecstatic, emotional interior, they must have heard it from Swarup Damodar. And if it's not in line with what Swarup Damodar says, we dismiss it out of hand as upasiddhantic nonsense. Right. So, Rupagrajena Adritam, this divine gift is worshipped by Sanatana Goswami Prabhu, the Bhakti Siddhanta Acharya, the Sambandha Tattva Acharya. Rupagrajena Adritam, Rupadye Pariveshitam. And Rupa Goswami and his followers, they're distributing this worshipable, most confidential substance to others through the Bhakti Rasa Shastras. Rupadye Pariveshitam Raghuganai Ashvaditam. And Raghunath Das, the Prayojan Tattva Acharya, by extension his group, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, they're tasting this and relishing this divine substance, so much so that, unlike in this world, when one person tastes something, they've extracted that flavor, the taste goes down. Another person less, till it's tasteless. Here, by tasting this substance, Shukamukharam Ritradava Samyatam, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka, Nigama Kalpatarur Galitampalam. Veda is a tree, Vedanta is the flower, Bhagavatam Palam is the fruit. But this fruit, upon tasting, it becomes more tasteful to the next, and more tasteful, and more tasteful. It's beyond material conception. So, Raghunath, they're tasting this, it's becoming enhanced in the process. Jivadye Abhirakshitam, Jiva Goswami, Baladev Vidyabhushan, they're protecting this. Why? We told in the beginning, Kalo Nashta Parantabha, from being ruined, adulterated, modified, or protecting it from those who would challenge its authenticity or legitimacy. That is their seva. Sri Jivate Justiti. With that sort of intensity and similar sevas, Srila Saraswati Thakur served the Sampradaya. Jivadyeya Virakshitam Sukha Shiva Brahma. They're aspiring for a drop of this divine substance. Asamaho Charanarenu Jushamahangsham. Later, Guru Maharaj added Uddhava. So then what is it? Sri Radha Parasevanamritam Aho Tadatum Isho Bhavan. Radha Dasyam, the service, the nectarine service of the holy lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. That's Bhaktivinoda Thakur's gift to the world. And a connection with that, service connection with that, substantially, is what Srila Guru Maharaj is giving by establishing Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. Srimad Chaitanya Saraswata Matabara Udgita Kirtir Jayasrim. What is the mat doing? Udgita means loud singing, glorification of what? Kirtir, the glories of Jayasri, Srimati Radharani. Echoing Vasudev Ghosh's succinct summation of Mahaprabhu's descent. Jadi Gaur na hoita, tabiki hoita, kamani daritam dehe. Radhar mahima prema rasasima jagate janatoke. If Gauranga had not come down and proclaim the glories of Srimati Radharani and her Mahabhav Krishna Prem, this would have never been known to the world. That is Guru Maharaj's mat. Where? Bibrat Sambati Ganga Tata. Where is it located? On the banks of the Ganga. But Kabe Gauravani Suraduni Tate Ha Radhe Ha Krishna Bole. Of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That the Ganga consciously, Chinmoy, Chidananda Bano, substantially. Brahma, Prema Datri, Jagakema Datri, Dravya. Like there's Shabda Brahma, there's sound spirit, there's water spirit. It's a particular flow, a particular current. The bank of the Ganga in Navadip. Koladiraje, where Adriraj means Giriraj. In Gupta Govardhan, hidden Govardhan, secret Govardhan, where what is Krishna's method? As a cowherd of how they make more cows by having a potent source. Right? No diksham, na satkriyam, na purushcharjam managikshite, mantroyam rasanasprageva palati, Sri Krishna nam atmaka. Just the will of Krishna to distribute himself, regardless of the pH balance in the soil. Right? So, it's like that, Guru Maharaj told. Like Go Vardhan. We've heard of Ananda Vardhan. There's also Go Vardhan. This is how they expand the Go community, Govinda. So, Gupta Govardhan. Yatrasi Gaura Saraswata Nirata. Goragata Grananti. Guru Maharaj said, what is the occupation, preoccupation of the members of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat? Goragata Grananti. They're primarily engaged in singing the glories of Mahaprabhu. That means Radharani, if you follow what's being said in Vasudev Ghosh, Charitamritam, etc. Mahaprabhu means Radharani in the primary position. Krishna, overwhelmed by the heart. What is the heart? That's the supreme devotional mood of Srimati Radharani. Krishna admits it's better to be a devotee of Krishna than Krishna. Who's the ultimate authority on that? Krishna. Only he can say that really, truly. He's saying, take it from me, the Adi Purush. It is a superior position. Such inconceivable, extraordinary thing given. Nityam Rupa Nuga Sri Kritimati Guru Gauranga Radha Jitasa. So with the aspiration, Radhika Madhavasam, of serving in the Rupa Nuga line under the lotus feet of Radha Madhava, but under the guidance of Guru and Vaishnav. So Srila Guru Maharaj, this is the conceptual architecture of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. Its internal substance, what it is forever meant to be. And Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, his the, like he would say, President Sevite, this servitor, the Sevite, the one in charge of service. And what is that service? Service to the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj. That is the substance of Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, according to Srila Gurudev. Guru Maharaj is given his conception. Gurudev's conception is to gather all the resources and offer them in service to the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj and expand the glories of Guru Maharaj all over the world. That is his idea. That's why he went around the world 22 times. As he said, one word from Srila Guru Maharaj is sufficient to make us his slaves forever. And he said also, if someone will serve the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj, or assist in that service, then I become their slave. So Gurudev, he's always looking, who is most eager for seva? As we told in Lalita Astakam, Radha Mukunda Para Sambhava Garabindo Nirmansani Prakarani Kritadeho Laksham Utunga Sohrida Vishesham Pragalbam Devim Gunai Sulalitam Lalitam Namami. Who possesses the greatest magnitude or eagerness for the least aspect of service? That is the quality of Lalita Sakhi, and Gurudev possesses that quality, and he's interested in seeing that in others. What do we call the all-rounder? Not just the specialist, that's okay too, but he likes the all-rounder, someone who's willing to do all the different seva. So in all these years, Srila Gurudev looking to see who will assist him in serving the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj and broadcasting Guru Maharaj's glories all over the world. And that he saw of all his disciples, the superior qualities and qualifications of Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj. For years, tirelessly, every day, 24 hours a day, 24/7, taking on not what Gurudev called luxury seva, right? But seva that requires putting your life on the line, putting yourself at risk, and accepting extreme hardship. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, though, that hardship that you accept in service is a source of joy to the real servitor. They don't consider it a burden. Just like they have an expression in English too, labor of love. And they say, wow, that's a lot of work you're doing. Oh, it is a labor of love. Right? They're not concerned how much energy is being given. Acharya Maharaj, managing all the mats in India for the last 15 years, and going on roads that we can barely tolerate to go on once, like the road to Ekachakra, that will test your sincerity. He is going on that road twice a day for years. Doing what? Secret project. Some people say, oh, Acharya Maharaj is not telling Gurudev everything he's doing. He's keeping some money secretly. Finally, we find out, what is that? Yes, it's a temple in Bamanpar for the glories of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj. He can't tell Gurudev because Gurudev will say no to stop it. But then he built a 9-dome mat on parallel with the mat in Navadvip built by Gurudev. What? For the glory of his Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj. So, tirelessly, every day, putting everything on the line, engaging all of his energy and the energy of anyone and everyone who's willing to assist him. And in the midst of great opposition, also, anyone who's doing something substantial, opposing forces will come to stop that. From a spiritual overview, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says it's like Leela Pushti. It's nourishing the Leela, adversity, like the Asuras and Krishna Leela. It makes for some interesting, delightful pastimes. Something along those lines. Kunti Devi is also saying, Vipidak Shantu Tak Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagad Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsad Apunar Bhava Darshanam. She's welcoming adversity, saying, then it makes us exclusively dependent on your holy lotus feet, and with intense remembrance and great earnestness and inner necessity. Whereas when everything's going very smoothly, we have a tendency to become forgetful. So I welcome adversity. She's seeing it in another way. So we've seen Srila Acharya Maharaj in the last 3 years, after the disappearance of Srila Gurudev, so much opposition there, and still he's standing. And welcoming that. not running away from it, welcoming it, taking it on his own head as service to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, and by extension, service to the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj. Right? So that is extraordinary. When everyone else is running and fleeing, he's staying and not moving. Guru, heavier than the Himalayas. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta jigyasu shreya uttamam shabde pare janishnatam brahmanupasamasrayam. Firm, fixed, and with intensity. Actually, in his pranam mantram, one word we didn't render, this nirjarasya, means like a waterfall. So you can say it's like a current, a waterfall descending, but it can also say something about his style. It's like a waterfall, a gushing waterfall. It's impossible to conceive of him without conceiving of intensity. It's a very intense servitor, right? No time for no time to waste on anything that's not directly or indirectly related to service. He once, Mukunda Prabhu from London, who later became Madhusudan Maharaj, before, he loves ice cream, right? And any opportunity for ice cream, he's eager. Like once in Petersburg, the bus came, we got on this bus, I was sitting next to Gurudev on the bus, praying not to do anything more offensive than I've already done. And Mukunda said, he sees him, I said, that chap there, he's selling something. And Avadut Maharaj goes, it's ice cream. Oh, yeah, really? You know, and Avadut Maharaj stops the bus, bought the whole ice cream stand, everything, and then gave the Gurudev, everybody on the bus, everyone sitting on the bus. You know. So he's telling Acharya Maharaj, like, oh, in the West we have so many different. Acharya Maharaj says, we also have. So he takes him to like a Baskin and Robbins, 31 flavors, whatever, and said, see, we have that. And Mukunda's like, wow. And Acharya Maharaj says, okay, let's go, we have an appointment to keep. Not buying ice cream, but showing. Like, showing, we have that, now let's go, we have to go. Service is calling. He's, but. Always moving very quickly, great intensity. So, and great sense of humor. It says in Bhagavatam that if you execute your swadharma perfectly for 100 births, you can attain the position of Brahma. Right? But Acharya Maharaj said, if 100 births of fault, they make you manager of a mott. So he has a very wicked sense of humor in that sense, you can say. And it comes out on many different occasions. But he's always eager, not only for his own seva, which is a lot, but any other seva he can get, he's eager for that also. No limits. He's not thinking, oh, this seva I have here, this can justify my life, it's enough. Not like, how can I do the least to get by? Never does he think like that. He's taking on, like Gurudev would say, who's got in football, soccer, football, like who's got the hot foot or who's scoring. He said the ball will come to that man who's scoring goals, right? Ronaldinho, you know, or whoever. So, what's that other guy? Kaka. Anyway, there are different people. An odd name for a player. But who's scoring, we shoot the ball to them. So once in Calcutta, I was going to ride on the afternoon train from Calcutta to Navadvip, and we're waiting in line, and I can tell there's not going to be enough time. It's getting to 3 o'clock. Finally, we get there. The clock just turns 3, and they shut the window and go, the people selling the tickets, they all start laughing, because that means they're not going to sell us a ticket. And long story short, I became angry and said a few things. in a loud tone, like yelling. And this one man who was with me in the line, he's like, "Oh, Mars, you come. I never met him before in my life. We're talking." And I said, "How?" I said, "It's what they closed the window and they're laughing. They're smiling like, yes, yes." I'm saying, "How can they do that? That's mean. It's cruel." He goes, "Anyway, come with me." And we run and we sit on the train and the conductor comes and you do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Then we have a seat. And we're sitting there, and now I'm becoming relatively calm, and I'm very embarrassed in front, because they always say in Bengal, "Sadhu doesn't get angry. Sadhu does not get angry," you know. So they can see I'm not a sadhu. Why try? So, well, you should try, but it's like the comedian who said, they said, practice makes perfect, and then they said, to err is human, nobody's perfect, so I gave up practicing. No, not like that. That's just being insincere. No, we try. The perfect can help the imperfect move towards perfection. That's Krishna consciousness. So anyway, I'm talking to that man. Somehow he liked me. In the midst of, he saw the worst of me, and then he saw some other things too. So we're talking, and then he's revealed to me that actually he had the ownership of a temple that was like maybe 300 years old, with a deity from descended associates of Mahaprabhu, beautiful Radha Krishna deities. He said, "But we can't continue with the seva." And he gave me a picture. Well, he gave me a picture of his wife, and he's been married 1 month. So him and his wife. And then the deity sent me in the beautiful, beautiful deities. And what is the name of that place? I'll think of it later. But anyway, it's a place where Bhaktivinoda Thakur went one time as well. So he told me all this, and I thought, I mean, this sounds wonderful, you know, but I said, really, if you're serious, I think you are, I think you're sincere, you need to speak to Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj. That's what you need to do. If you're sincere about this matter, and I think you are, then you need to contact Acharya Maharaj. So some time went on, like a year or something, then I got a call from Acharya Maharaj one day, and he said, "Maharaj," maybe it was like a year and a half, and he goes, I said, "Yes, Maharaj," and he goes, "Your friends are here." I said, "What friends are that?" And then he started telling, and maybe it was like Dinajpur, I forget the name of this, anyway, he said, the son and the father, they come and they're transferring the deed for the temple and the deity. So maybe I get an assist, but Acharya Maharaj is scoring. Right? He's the forward, he's scoring. Right? He sealed the deal. So he's also eager for any service that he knows will please Srila Gurudev. So we know, if you look at the old pictures, Govinda Kunda existed for many years. Hardly, well, a little boundary wall, but like a little entranceway that said Sri Govinda Kunda. And they used to take the cows there from the Goshala and give them a bath. Keshta used to do that. Herd them over, bathe them, and herd them back. But Guru Maharaj Gurudev revealed that it was Guru Maharaj's desire that Gaur Nitai would play one day in the waters, have boat pastimes in the waters of Govinda Kunda. But Gurudev said not the resources at the time, then later with failing health, not the energy. So it remained something that was a desire of Srila Guru Maharaj that's being passed down. Is there any servitor who will be eager to take up that seva. Then comes along Srila Acharya Maharaj, who in the midst of so much other seva, managing the Navadvip Mat and all the mats in India, he decides to take on this seva. And Gurudev approves. But it has to begin, they want to make a Giriraj Mandir in the center of Govindakunda, the pond. So all the water has to be drained. So they take all the water out to make the foundation, but they can't do it somehow. And you can see pictures of Jagadananda Prabhu and others, they're like covered in mud. They look like men who are working on an oil well. Just head to toe in mud, and they're trying, they can't make this foundation. And everyone's an engineer suddenly, with some idea, like how to do this. You know, Gurudev listening, tolerating. Then finally, Gurudev gets some divine inspiration, meditating on the Kurma avatar. In the Bhagavad slok, Prishte Brahmyaramanda Mandari Giri Gravagya Kanduyana Nidralo Kamatakrite Sasrani Pantuba. That the gods and the asuras, Deva Asura, they had a similar problem in the milk ocean. So the Kurma avatar appeared as a foundation, and the Mandara mountain was put on his back on the plea of he's a tortoise, he can't scratch his own back. So they put the mountain on his back and wrap a celestial snake, and they start churning, and as the mountain is relieving the itch on his back, the Kurma avatar is going like, ah. And when he breathes out, the Vedas are manifested. And churned from the milk ocean, Lakshmi Devi. You can see in Phnom Penh, in Cambodia, in the museum there, lifted from the Siam Reap Angkor Wat temple, where this pastime is in full. They have some reliefs of Lakshmi Devi, and it's very beautiful. So many elephants come, and they're offering lotus flowers and bathing her, and it's a very beautiful thing. So she's granting the auspiciousness to this endeavor. And what is it? Guru Maharaj said, what we learn from this pastime is, what was the object of the gods, the Deva and Asura? Amrita. Asura's got a conception of Amrita, immortality, like scientists. Deva's got a conception of Amrita, like the theist. But the most highly refined theistic conception of Amrita is Madhura Rasa. So Guru Maharaj said, really, that's the object, and that's what is thematically hinted at in this pastime, that the Bhagavatam produces the ultimate nectarine substance, Madhura Rasa, which is realized, how? Sri Radha Parasevanamrito Tadatum Isho Bhavan, in service to the lotus feet of Radharani, which is, how is that possible, such a high thing? Through the Krishna consciousness movement, dedicating all of our resources in service to the lotus feet of Sri Guru. So Gurudev told the pujari, they'll give some param anna, sweet rice, to Lucky Varaha, who are also Varaha Dev indicated in Kolar Gunj, Navadvip, and Kurma Dev, his fellow Dash Avatar, and with this mantra, Prishte Brahmya Amanda Giri Gravagya Kandu Yanan. That's what Nidralo Kamatakrite. So that was done, and then mysteriously Miraculously, the next day, the foundation stuck. So really, that's built on the back of Kurma Avatar, Kurma Dev. That's its foundation. And then Acharya Maharaj arranged, there were, I don't know, like 500 truckloads of earth coming and going every day for months. It was incredible. And then gradually the Giriraj, which come to be known as the Jal Mandir. Saraswat Mat, Chaitanya Saraswat Mat's been known by different names over the years. When I first went there, they used to call it Koler Danga Mat, because it's in Koler Danga, which is Kulia, old original Navadvip. Then in Koler Ganj, and then other things. But now, because of that, the success of that mandir, it's called, they call the mat, oh, Jal Mandir. If you go to Navadvip train station, see a rickshaw while you go, Jal Mandir. They know, oh, yes. And Acharya Maharaj arranged for fireworks for the pleasure of Mahaprabhu, which is Guru Maharaj's happiness, Gaur Purnima. 20,000 people came to see the fireworks. Really, I counted them. Satya Sundar Prabhu was there too. There's a system of counting. How many over, you know. So, anyway, he took that seva and made it. And then the Sevak Bhavan and more, and it's so extraordinary now. Now all the citizens of Navadvip, one of their favorite pastimes is to promenade or go for a walk. They put on very nice clothes and they go to the Jal Mandir and circumambulate. They walk around the Jal Mandir like that in the evening, and the ladies dress nicely, and the husbands, they just wear the same stuff all the time. But it's interesting. Only on holidays, sometimes the men wear something special. Otherwise, they always have the same, like pants and a white shirt, and the woman wears all different kinds of things. That's Indian culture, as Mangal Maharaj once told me. Something that shocked me. I was walking around the teen number tank in Dum Dum Park and taking Krishnanam, and I saw a puppy run over by a car, and all the inside of the puppy went out. And I was like, and when I got to the other side, I'm going, Mangal Maharaj, you don't know what I just saw. He's like, it's just like a bag, puppy bag, and the rest is like, oh my God. And Mangal Maharaj, he goes, Indian culture. So, there's Indian culture with the health. As much as the interest is in immortality, it's based on a healthy Russian skepticism about the mortal world. You can't be here. You're going to end up being a doggy bag sooner or later. Like a chanson song. It's time to finish here. Culture liberation, which is realized in service to the lotus feet of Guru and Vaishnava, under the direction of Guru and Vaishnava. So, anyway, and then finally, after it was built, then Mahaprabhu, Guru Maharaj's Mahaprabhu, because remember, this Mahaprabhu was originally on the side of the altar, the main Guru, Gauranga, Gandharva, Govinda Sundar. But Gurudev said the Mahaprabhu deity there said this other Mahaprabhu is so extraordinary, he should have his own place. Like that. So he's with Guru Maharaj. So then Srila Gurudev was there and he composed a beautiful song for the occasion, glorifying Govinda Kunda on the basis of Garga Sangita and elsewhere. Mahaprabhu came out, got on the boat with Gurudev and went around, and when he came back, Gurudev spoke to Guru Maharaj. I was next to him, like you speak to a person, but in a respect, he said, your divine grace's wish has been fulfilled. like that. And the person who did the seva of fulfilling Srila Guru Maharaj's heartfelt desire that Mahaprabhu would play water sports pastimes in the Govinda Kund is none other than Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj. They got so much grace from Srila Guru Maharaj in this pastime, so much grace from Srila Gurudev, and after so many years of exclusive seva, Srila Gurudev indicated him as the next Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and he's taken that seat and that position, and despite incredible opposition against him, he's still standing strong and going on with his service to the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga. And this very day, I believe, he is in Navadip Dham, and all the devotees are celebrating, not only there, but here in Russia, all the Chaitanya Saraswat Mats in the world. Some glories of Srila Acharya Maharaj are being spoken. And when I was praising him once, I thought, sometimes I would call him Ascharya Maharaj, which means, Ascharya means astonishing. The name Acharya, but Ascharya means wonderful or astonishing, because he's always have some other astonishing thing he's doing. And so I once said to him, I said, no one can compete with him. And then I thought for a moment, I said, all right, no one can compete with him and Avadut Maharaj. Because Avadut Maharaj can compete with him. But that said, and I mean Prabhupada liked to say competition of dedication. So when Acharya Maharaj visited Russia, he's like taking notes. Oh, and then he went back to Navadip, we're going to do that, and he's seeing how to improve the seva. And Avadut Maharaj is taking cues, seeing, just as Gurudev showed me a picture of Nityananda Prabhu from Nitai body in Eka Chakra. And he said, Mara, because at first I wasn't looking, I said, oh, is that Mahaprabhu? He said, because he's like in the offering mudra. And he said, no, it is Nityananda Prabhu. I went, oh. And he said, look, and I looked more closely, and he said, you will not see a more beautiful Nityananda Prabhu. And I said, yes, Maharaj. He goes, no, Maharaj, I'm telling you, you will not see a more beautiful Nityananda Prabhu. And you will go and you will see. And I went and I saw and I agree. But what could be more beautiful than that? Is anything possible? Even at Nitai Bari, the Pandas and people there who are not generous in their appreciation of others establishing mats in the area, when Srila Acharya Maharaj, with the help of Ananta Krishna Prabhu, established the Nitai Chaitanya Gaur Nityananda temple in Eka Chakra, as Gurudev told, there'll be life-size deities. So that means each deity is above 2 meters, Gaur and Nityananda. They were so beautiful, so extraordinary, that the Nitai body people came and they were also appreciating. And they don't normally do that. And we know, like in Champahati, Gauridas Pandit and Gaur Nitai, when they were leaving, he was so heartbroken, right? He's Subal or Sridham, anyway. He told, I can't bear your separation. Then they told, all right, then some deities will be made. And they're telling, deities are expansions, same, but different. And Gauridas Pandit saying, well, if they're non-different, then why don't you stay and the deities can go? So Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, as you wish. Then they go behind the curtain, and then deities walk out. And Gauridas Pandit, oh, you think I'm stupid. Right? I'm a stupid man. You go behind the curtain, you know, come on. Then so they go back, the deities walk back, then Gaur Nityananda come out. And now Gauridas, he's wondering what to do. Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, you decide, Prabhu. They showed they're non-different. Anyway, so when you see these Gaur Nitai deities in Ekachakra, they're so astonishingly beautiful. And that mat, and that is really the origin of the Mercy Foundation of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat when Srila Guru Maharaj went there to get the blessings of the Dhameshwar Nityananda Prabhu to enter Navadip. So it's very intimately connected with our mat and the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. And Srila Acharya Maharaj, recognizing how dear this is to Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, established again, yet again, another extraordinary temple there with the most beautiful Gaur Nitai deities we've ever seen. All for the glory of Srila Govinda Maharaj and Srila Guru Maharaj. So he always has some program for expansion. We're never shocked, but maybe surprised. Always something expanding. The glory, always expanding the glories of the mat. Not his own, not self-assertion, but the glories of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. So he personifies being an exclusive servitor, someone who's wholly given themselves over to the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. And I spoke to him this morning, and very humbly, he's quoting what Saraswati Thakur told, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, like, where the saying, you love me, love my dog. So, we don't think like that, but we understand the principle that the one who's most dear, Kintu Prabhuya Priyeva, the one who's most dear to the Lord, that's our focal point and praising and worshiping Guru. Even in Gita, Nacha Tasman Manusheshu Kashtin Me Priyakritama. Because he's saying, there's no one more dear to me than those who are preaching and caring for my devotees in the world. So he is caring for the whole mission and all the servitors, and we consider it our good fortune to have his association and affection and blessings, and we hope that his service to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj and the mission of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat will continue to expand without obstruction or opposition. But we know, like Kunti, he welcomes adversity because it increases his ever-increasing intensity and adherence and faithfulness to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajaka Acharya Satara Sada Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Avirbhav Mahamahotsava Ki Jai. Nitai Go Premanande. Hare Krishna. So I spoke for some time. You all, at another time, you can also say something, unless someone has a burning desire to say something at this moment. Again, we can go on. People can share some stories in Ruski or Chinois, Chinese. What's the Chinese word for Chinese? Huh? Sulakshana. Chinese, language. Huh? Zhongguan. You can tell your Zhongguan stories also. Or Bangla. Bangla bolchi. Or Hindi janta. in many languages, Ukrainian even, Estonian, Latvian, Anglitsky, Polski, Magyarazul, all the different languages, Arabic, Greek. Really, people will be glorifying. And that's a beautiful thing. Hare Krishna.